Joe, we are live. It's good to be live.
Yes, better than dead. Oh,
Yeah. Hi, fans of high quality entertainment. I am with Mean Mr. Mayo, better known as Joe, or known as Joe also. And we are here to discuss the Shag's philosophy of the world, Joe.
oh, is that what we're here for?
Oh, no, wrong album.
Okay. Oops.
Paul McCartney, the Boys of Dungeon Lane. Yeah. And Joe also has 15 vinyl variants.
No, he kids. Yeah. I do have 3 of the 15. That's it.
Yeah. Morris, the first track is great. The whole album is great, Morris. So I hope you enjoy it.
I'm ready to call it great, because I've been through different stages where I said this is very good, but I'm not sure if I'm prepared to call it great. But now, about 8 days in, I think it's a great Paul album already.
Yeah. I've played it about probably 20 times now.
20. I think you got me beat. I lost count at around a dozen. I think maybe somewhere between 12 and 20. Took a little break from it because I was playing it all the time. So,
yeah. I found the first 2 listens, I really liked the album. And then, like you, I took a little break from it. And it was the 3rd listen when I really started to love the album. Okay, Bob. Hello,
yeah,
guys.
I'm trying to think how long it took me. Hello, Janet Sampson. Sorry, I was. But I don't. I kind of was liking it. By the first time, of course, there were tracks I liked, like any other time. But with a lot of albums, and from Paul too, believe it, as great as Paul is, it sometimes takes me. It always has taken me multiple listens. And by the time I got to like 3, I'm like pretty sold already.
Yeah.
And it's just gotten more and more special to me every time.
There's Andy.
It's Andy.
Hey, guys.
Hello, Andy. Good to share the screen with you.
Yeah, good afternoon, Joe, and good afternoon, Larry. Thanks for the invitation. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I was messing with my Dungeon Lane badge.
Oh, yeah. You know what I finally did?
What?
Only this morning, ordered a Dungeon Lane t-shirt. And I got it in forest green. I mean, I didn't get it the usual one.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna. By the time it arrives, all this will be over. Talking about it, maybe.
No, it'll never stop. We'll never stop talking about it. It'll just quiet down a little bit.
Yeah,
I love that. What do you call that bag that you showed yesterday in the video? It's so cheaply made, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like I guess Paul can't afford.
Yeah, well, it's for. Hold on a minute there. It's for show, really, right, Andy?
Yeah,
pretty much.
It's for show.
Oh.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, Tone!
Hello, everyone!
Woohoo! It's a big party now.
Hey, Tone, there's my brother from another mother.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Good. It's such an exciting moment in solo Beatle history and Paul history. This moment, this is special.
Certainly is.
It's Andy. Who's Andy? I have no idea. He just popped in.
I am a co-host of the McCartney podcast, 2 Legs on YouTube, as well as a co-host on Hands Across the Water and my own channel, The Backwards Traveler. That's who I am. Yeah. And thanks for the invite, Larry. Appreciate it.
Welcome. It always takes some time, but some albums less than others. Only took me a few listens to be hooked and a few more to be into all of the songs, which is extremely rare.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, even the greatest of McCartney albums, I remember needing back in 82, when I was 20, I needed more time for Tug of War, even.
Really?
And even Chaos and Creation in the Backyard. Yeah. I mean, I've always liked the songs, and even New. These are albums that are my favorites, among my favorites. New, Chaos, and whatever I just said. Tug of War. Anyway, and the more I hear, the more I become, you know how it is, familiar with the choruses, the catchy earworms, etc., and the words.
Yeah. Lynn A. Hello, Lynn A.
Hi, Lynn.
Guten Tag.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Hi guys, good to see you all. I love the new album.
Hi, buddy.
That's the thing about this McCartney album and all of the years of the internet, right? Every new Paul McCartney release, there's always been some negativity with every release, right? With this one, not to say there's no negativity, but 95% of it is so positive, right?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, even when Revolver, when the Revolver box set came out, one of the greatest albums ever made, there was still some negativity around that. There's a symbol missing here, and there's no Blu-ray, and all this sort of stuff. But it just seems to be so positive.
Now, guys, I think I'm not 100% sure, but I think even Dave Pounds.
No. He still keeps posting rubbish on my.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, same.
Everything is negative. I don't know how a bloke gets to hate. I said to him, I don't know how a bloke gets to hate everything and anything in life.
Deep-seated, deep-rooted.
Yeah.
Now, even Michael Nolan, he's been sometimes negative about McCartney. Nothing against him. He can have his own opinion, but he likes the new album. Right?
Yeah, he's pretty positive on it.
Peace, Michael. Peace.
Yeah, peace, Michael.
Peace and love.
He hates me.
Everyone.
Yeah, he's not a fan of me either. But hey, peace and love to all.
Hello, Jay.
Hey.
I'm playing the album now as you guys speak, and I'm really liking it.
Okay, we'll try and keep it down a bit then, so I can hear it properly.
Hey, Larry, how many have you gone in for any of the variant jazz, or you just how many copies have you bought?
I've got a CD, Andy.
That's it.
That's it. I'm a big Paul McCartney fan.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Hey.
Yeah. Well, you're a CD guy, so the variants.
But I will say this: I do have a turntable here, and I've heard so many good things about the vinyl sounding. So usually sometimes it's not the case, but the vinyl sounding so amazing compared to the CD. Any thoughts on that?
Tone's done it right.
Yeah, I think the CD sounds really good.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things is that the CD player that I have has got an amazing DAC in it, and it makes almost everything sound really good. But I do think the vinyl sounds better, more wider, warmer, that sort of thing. But I don't think there's anything wrong with the CD. I think it sounds great.
Wow. Yeah,
I love the CD. I mean, that's what I'm listening to. I have not yet listened on a vinyl though.
No. Yeah. I was going to actually ask you guys a question. Do you know if what versions of the vinyl were 180 gram versus 140? Wasn't there some differences, Tone, on that?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I haven't weighed them. I'm not really sure how you weigh vinyl. You've got to have some sort of scientific type scales, not the electric cooking scales that we've got here. But I noticed when I was unboxing the one that was in the gatefold sleeve definitely felt heavier than the coloured vinyl. So I think that's the heaviest one that I've got. I think maybe the black vinyl that's just in the single sleeve and like the non-gatefold black vinyl, probably 180 gram as well, but I don't have that one.
Yeah.
Okay, we got another question. This is a good one. Why do you think Paul stopped releasing the archive stuff? And I've been thinking too, because Paul's album at #1 and all that, maybe this will give him or somebody to get some of these other albums out and remaster them and everything.
I think, Larry, that his team has been juggling so many projects for the last 4 or 5 years between the documentary, the book, the film. I think from what we learned is that Paul's kind of archive research team was really all behind the film and the book. Yeah. So they put all their weight behind that. And that's maybe why that the archive stuff has been paused, because there was, I mean, the 3-2-1, but mainly the book and the film, Man on the Run, and that's why his archive people were kind of invested in that. Is what we were told.
I'm still a believer, by the way. I still believe we're going to get
me too.
At least the two Wings albums, I believe, if not,
Yeah, I think what we knew was when they came back after COVID. The project that they were assigned to, and there's only one research team there at MPL, isn't there?
Right.
The project they were assigned to was Man on the Run. Started
right.
working on that as soon as they came back to the office after COVID.
Yeah.
I have 3 picture disc, Blood Records, and the Gatefold black vinyl. The black one easily sounds the best.
Well, I'll tell you, my nephew who got the gold one. I don't know if it was Rough Trade. I forget where he got it from. He sends me a photo every time he plays it because he loves vinyl. He's not a CD guy.
Yeah.
And I said, well, how does it sound? And he said, he's playing the first track, and he said, muzzled, a little muzzled, muffled or muzzled. And I'm thinking, oh, well, let me know. I don't know if he's talking about just the way the first track is kind of like the way it sounds in general, or he means the physical quality of it. So I'll have to ask him.
I haven't played the Gatefold yet, but I did play the Third Man black vinyl, and I think that's the best one.
No, you don't play the Gatefold. You play the vinyl, Tony.
Thanks for the tip.
Thank you.
The Third Man black vinyl, I think, is the best one that I've heard so far.
It's just packaged so poorly, just slipped into a.
Yeah, it is. It's got great sound, but I haven't played the Gatefold.
By the way, I got the Gatefold. It's I got three vinyl. Okay, and the Gatefold, I didn't even notice when I was making my video, just showing it. But afterwards, I'm looking, and there's a slight little on the top seam, on the top of the front, a little, not really a split, but it's worn. I think something happened in transit. Well, maybe the vinyl went against it. It's like,
I know, it's just quality control has gone out the window with packaging. They just slap them in and just throw them around. It's a shame, really.
I have a ticket to see Paul talk about the new album on Wednesday at the Roundhouse. Very excited.
Me too.
Oh,
Me
too.
Oh, you do? Oh, great. Wow, you're going to see Paul.
I mean, it was a joke. It was. I mean, I don't know how your experience was, Dazzle Ships, but I mean, we were there, me and the missus, both on the app at 10 o'clock when the tickets went on sale, and at 1 minute past 10, I got an email saying the tickets are all sold out and you're on a wait list, and I didn't hold up much hope of getting one, but one came up, and it actually came up on Mrs. Beatly Tone's phone. And so we've only got one ticket, and she's insisting that I have it, but but it was actually on her phone.
But that's a legit ticket, Tone. It's not a standby. It's legit.
No, it's a legit ticket, and we've been looking at maybe trying to get another one from a tout site, but I just think it's a bit risky because they say it's not transferable and all this sort of stuff, and they're £400 plus.
Wow.
And if it was a concert, I would consider it. But I think, this is just a conversation, and I think it'll probably only be about an hour at the most anyway.
So they won't be playing the album there, Tone. It's just a discussion.
I don't think so. I'm guessing that there's like an interviewer there. I'm hoping that there's a Q&A.
Oh, you have to ask
Tony. If you get to ask a question, I'll send you $5 through PayPal if you say, "Hey, have you ever seen Canadian Stud Muffin on YouTube?"
I was going to ask him if he's ever seen me. No, I wasn't going to ask him.
Has he ever been on YouTube? Okay, I got the new Wildlife mix on vinyl, and it sounds amazing. Cool.
Is that the half-speed master one?
I think so, probably. Yeah.
Mm. Hi, James.
Greetings.
Howdy.
Yeah. The Japanese 7-inch replica. I got that from CD Japan. If you just go to that website, it's still in stock. It's a nice one because it's this, it's the size of a 7-inch single, but it's just a CD edition of it with some nice bonus stuff in there too. So it's on CD Japan. Just Google that site. Oh, Tone, that's going to be so awesome, man. I'm so stoked for you.
Thanks, buddy. Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Well,
that's true, but
although I did see someone did a comparison. When you go on these, here it's the Bank of England website that they're the central monetary institution in the UK, and they've got a calculator, so you can calculate what things cost in today's, in old money, and the price of vinyl now in today's money is not that far apart from what it used to cost us back in the 70s, which I was amazed at. I was amazed at that. But yeah, apparently.
So we have somebody else buying Paul's new album, Morris. It's amazingly good, and I'm only a third of the way in.
Enjoy it.
Enjoy it.
It seems outrageous he's doing this at 83. The song credits as to what he's also played on the record is incredible. It may be his most consistent record in decades. I agree.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
Agreed.
It's nothing short of amazing to me.
The man is an enigma. I don't know how he does it. I mean,
I feel like, and I think we all thought, he knew this had to be a good album. It seems like he took the time and he delivered. Who knew how it was going to wind up? And it exceeded my expectations.
Just think about what he does in concert for 3 hours. A lot of us can't even stand up for 3 hours, let alone
I can't stand up for 3 hours, Tony.
But what you say is right, Joe. And I thought, what I think one of the main factors is about this is that he hasn't done like a session, a continuous sessions for this album. The album has been recorded over a few years. He was saying about how he'd call up Andrew Watt and say, look, I've got a couple done, should we record them? And they would do it, and then maybe they wouldn't come back and do some more, maybe for a few months or something like that. And that's a bit like how they did Flaming Pie. That was recorded over quite some time, or certainly the songs were written over quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
hello, Paul.
Hello, Paul.
Oh, hello, Paul.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Merits or because of the variance? That's a good question.
I'm gonna say I'm the first one that was saying, oh, come on, these albums, when they become number one because of how many variants maybe diehards are selling, when that factors in, it may factor in somewhat here too. I don't care for that. I call it like a bogus number one, but whatever the case, I believe, and I'm sure we all do here, this merits number one. If there's ever an album that on its own strength, it deserves to be number one, it's this one.
It does. And I believe that this myth that keeps continually being repeated, that variants are there to get a number one and they get a number one, is just bogus. It's not true. It's a myth. And I'm going to be doing a video on that on Monday.
I'd like to see that one.
I think I've got evidence. I've got an argument against it, basically. And
is it about physical copies? I mean, for physical copies.
About physical copies, yeah, sure. But this thing about it's number one because of all the variants, I just think that's a myth.
Well,
I agree, Tom.
Yeah. I mean, we could talk about McCartney 3 and Egypt Station, which McCartney 3, I'll just say, has lost a little bit for me. I liked it when it came out, and I don't dislike it, but it's just gone down a little for me over the last 6 years. and that one to me, arguably, didn't really deserve a merit of number one as much as this one does.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Does anyone else hear traces of Leonard Cohen on the album?
I hope not.
I think maybe only really on as you lie there, because Leonard Cohen in his later years, he virtually spoke all his songs in his later years. So I think the spoken word bit in As You Lie here, I hear similarities with Leonard Cohen's later work.
And that's the one thing. First time I listened to this, I'm just really enjoying the album, but I never really think Paul's basically playing all of the instruments, right?
Mostly.
I'm not really thinking of that when I'm listening to it.
And I really like Andrew Watt. Yes, I do. A lot of people putting him down, but everybody's got their own opinions.
No, it's good. The Paul working with a young producer is nothing new, and he's got a good sound. He knew how to produce Paul at 83 to really kind of, have him deliver. He's 83, but you really can't tell because he did such a great job producing the album and layering Paul's vocals. He did a great job.
Yeah, I was very excited because I really loved the Rolling Stones Hackney Diamonds album that he did. It's one of my favorite Stones albums. Period. Hackney Diamonds.
Are you gonna get the new one, Joe?
Yeah, I'm gonna get the new one. I haven't heard anything from the single or anything yet. I figure
I've heard 2 singles and they are great.
Yeah.
Because Paul's got a song on this one as well, hasn't he? From the same sessions as the last one. Yeah, I think I'm going to pick it up because I really liked Hackney Diamonds as well. But I haven't really liked much of their stuff that they've done since the sort of mid '80s, I suppose.
Oh, since that,
But I did really like Hackney Diamonds.
So somebody else I forget which YouTube channel it was.
Yeah, I think it was Andrew Dixon, I believe.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy that was just on the Beatle board.
Oh yeah, did I mention the Beatle board?
The Beatle board. That guy. Well, I'll let you watch it.
Yeah, there is a new episode of the Beatle board on my channel.
Oh, right here, James. Yes, spot on here, man.
I'm abused. Yeah, and me. It's my favorite.
Favorite.
I was thinking of you because when I did a ranking show plug where my friend Matthew Street joined me, and we tried to rank, at this early stage, our least favorite so far to most, and he put Never Know dead last. We still liked it, but he had it dead last. And I was thinking of you, Tone, because I know how really keen you are on Never Know.
Oh my
God. No, I love it. It's so clever.
It is so clever.
And the production too of that song.
Yeah,
right?
It's really good. It's really good.
And the sequencing, the sequencing of the record is really also brilliant too.
Amen. And I disagreed with anybody. I think Kyle maybe. Some people didn't think it was a great opening track, As You Lie. I think it's phenomenal at the beginning of the album.
Yeah.
Perfect opener.
Now, if As You Lie There wasn't the opening track, which track do you think would be good as the opening song?
Well, it was Kyle. It was Kyle that said that. I mean, it's so unusual for someone to disagree with Kyle.
Oh no, yeah, hot takes. But
Kyle's opinion was that he thought Days We Left Behind should have been the opening.
I would like that as the opener, but I got to tell you, it's so perfect as number 3 to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's perfect. Yeah, Paul's more 84 now than 83, really.
Yeah.
It's more rock than I was expecting.
Yeah. That's another thing, somebody said in my comments, they said, "Oh, there's no rock on here." I said, "Well, there's at least twice, at least 2 rocky tracks, if not more."
Quality LPs are so expensive. Yeah. Well, again, everything's relative, like Tone said, with the market and the value, and it is, all depends on where you are and you're collecting. Poetry.
I'd rather have another album.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another thing we can discuss. I don't know how I feel about that, because in a way, I'm like, we know Paul, right? That he always likes to work. He always likes to be out there, and he probably always will. However, what do you think about the idea that it's such a strong way, if he wasn't going to do another album, that to end the career, like going back, looking back a lot, full circle, kind of in a way, number one in UK.
I agree with you, Joe.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
It would be nice to think that, if this was going to be his last album, it would be such a fitting way to go out. But I don't, it's hard to say. I mean, somebody left a comment, I think Tony Bennett is, had albums out and, and he's in his 90s. So, I mean, Paul definitely keep going. And
it proves with this album, dare I say, that, we're not talking about the voice, because to me, it's a total non-issue on this album. He sounds good on the whole. I paused a little, but he sounds really good on this, for who he is today, and I accept who he is today. And I really think they did a phenomenal job with him, Andrew Watt and Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you think that the 11 tracks that have been recorded that weren't on the album?
I'm thinking so. Yes. Maybe
would be on a second album, another album, or
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I thought you were just asking, were they actually recorded yet? Do you think? Because I thought you were going to ask.
All right. Well, he said that he recorded 25 tracks for this album. That means that there's 11 that have not been used. Do you think they're coming out on a deluxe, or do you think they'll be saved for a follow-up album?
That is the question, isn't it? And I don't know how I feel about it right now.
With 11 tracks, I think that's more than enough to get another album going,
Maybe only needs to add a couple to
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, keep going, Paul. Well, he obviously, if he continues being healthy, he's going to make another album, right?
Yeah.
But he also knows there's a possibility, even for him, it might be his last album, right?
I think that factored into the back of his head. How could it not? Nobody's guaranteed anything, really, even when you're young. But it has to be somewhat back there, I would think.
It's gotta enter into his.
Well, he was thinking of that on Memory Almost Full, right?
Yes.
On the Day That I Die.
Right. That was almost 20 years ago.
Yeah.
All right, enough AC/DC talk. So I just want to say that last night I played this again, and I don't know about any of you, but once again, I got very emotional with Days We Left Behind. I think that hits a lot of people. Even my girlfriend Molly, who loves music, of course, but doesn't love music like some of us do. First time she heard that song, she broke down, right? And the other song, I know some people are saying that Down South is one of the weaker songs on the album.
Yeah,
but I think he made it a little more simple because he was directing it right at George, like he was almost singing it to George. And I think that George would have liked that more than a big production number type thing. It's a simple song about the early years. So I think it's fantastic.
It's not a bad song. It's just when you compare that song to the rest of the songs on the album, it just is going to, in my opinion, it pales a little bit. It's perfect as it is, as a little 2-minute kind of song, just in a skiffle way, presented in that way. But when you compare it to the big epic songs in this album, it just slightly just falls under the radar a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I would have liked it to have been fleshed out a little bit more, made a more of it, just because he, he talks about his friendship with John a lot, and he's done a couple of songs and stuff like that in that way, and I think that his friendship with George is a little bit underplayed in song anyway, and also maybe when he doesn't talk about his friendship with George as much as he does about his friendship with John. So I would have liked him to have made a little bit more of a song and dance about it,
Yeah.
But going back to what you said, Larry, I think that emotional aspect of Days We Left Behind that you were saying about Molly and that, and I said this in my review of the album, that I think it's because although it's Paul looking back at his life, what he's saying is relatable to everyone of a certain age. Well, any age really, because we've all got childhoods. Even if you're a Gen Z, you've got a childhood, right, to remember, go back on. But we've all got childhoods and those memories. So the song's very relatable. So it's although it's his story, it's kind of everybody's story as well.
Right.
I agree. Days We Left Behind, I liked it from the first time I heard it, but every time I hear it again, I get more and more emotional about it. And teary. I was driving the damn car once, and I had to reach for a tissue. I just patted my eye a little bit. I wasn't bawling, but I was like, man, it is. It's that. It's this. The memories, looking back on the past, but also we hope we have Paul here a long time. But I also think, like, after he's gone, I'm going to be really tearing up when I hear that song. There's something about it, just the emotion of it and how earnest it is, and it's sad in a way, but there's no need to cry either.
There's not. You make a good point there, Joe. I know we had exchanged some messages about songs in this album being universal, home to us, but really this song I think is universally.
I have no problem with that one. Yeah,
anybody. It's really. I mean, I remember when I think about a week after it came out, I was sitting with my dad at a fire pit when we were just listening to the album quietly and watching the fire, and just that's the kind of stuff, the memories, when you think about it, that everybody can relate to when you hear about this. He's talking about himself, but it really applies to everybody. And how could you not tear up when you think about what you've done and in the past and things like that? And it's a universal theme that applies to everybody. And
the guitar work playing on it, the layering. I like the layering of the voice.
Yeah,
too, on it. It's very, very powerful.
Anybody think he's going to tour this record? Of course, probably.
Yes.
I want more acoustic Paul. Yeah, that would be kind of nice if he did an acoustic album.
I had a guy in one of my comments say, it's all right, the album's okay, but I really wish he's never really made a really solid rock album with this band. He says, I really wish he'd do that. And I'm thinking at this point, I'm like, I might have said yes several years ago, but now I'm like, no, don't spoil it. Leave it. Let Mama Gets By be like the last studio album track,
Yeah, why not, right? Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Yeah.
Back to
AC/DC again.
We're back in black.
I don't know. I think there's an Angus guy I know from there, but that's about it. I don't know those guys.
Yeah,
that's by the way, I've gotten to the point. People don't like you saying things are a classic this early or anything, sometimes. But I think sometimes you can tell something maybe has the marks of a future destined to be classic Paul track. And I think already I'm feeling that for Days We Left Behind is right up there. It's a modern day Yesterday for me. It's a modern day, if you want to say Long and Winding Road. It's like that to me. It feels like Let It Be, maybe.
It's definitely got all the hallmarks of a top tier McCartney ballad, I think.
Yeah.
Hey, Sam.
Hey, Sam.
Here's a question. Your house is on fire. You're allowed to run in
your pants.
You're allowed to run in and save any pets, etc. Maybe your wife too. You can also grab one LP from McCartney's discography. What are you grabbing? I'm grabbing Ram.
Oh, that's hard. Trying to think if any of them are autographed of them. I don't think.
Yeah. What are you grabbing? Oh, I don't know. All 15 copies of Red Rose Speedway. I don't know.
I mean, are we assuming that if you don't have that copy, you'll never hear it again anywhere? Like it would have to be Ram for me.
Can I grab a box set?
Good one, Tony. What would you grab?
I'm grabbing the big barn.
The big barn box
because that'll be the most expensive one to replace. Heavy though.
Yeah.
You've got to get out quick. It's heavy.
Yeah.
And by the way, I like Down South. You know, I do like it. I just think I'm starting to think it's coming for me personally to be my least favorite of them. The thing is, too, I wanted to throw in that bit about, you know, which you knew I was going to do, the twist and shout line that I like it. And I'll tell you why. I think. Because, well, a couple of things. First, Paul, I don't think he usually does that. What you call name checking or whatever. I don't think he usually does that. Referencing. But because it's a Beatles, remembering the Beatles, even when he goes, oh yeah, that's why he's putting, man. Even Work It Out, he says work it out, and he says twist and shout. I think it's cool that Paul's doing it this once. As for Ringo, the thing is, I even liked when he did it originally, because in the song Don't Go Where the Road Don't Go, it's a song about overcoming addiction, and he sings on that song, he goes, well, I said it don't come easy, and the first time I ever heard that, I'm like, oh yes, he's mentioning the song. Then every third song he's using it don't come easy in every third song. So even with Ringo, I think with him I got tired of it, the repetition of it, but the one time I was okay with it.
Oh, Dungeon Lane.
Yes. Yeah. The airport's at the end of the lane, isn't it?
Certainly is.
Yeah.
Speak.
I hate when they do that with a song. It's like, what song are they talking
about?
Yeah.
I'm finally starting to realize how this gets abbreviated, so I know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
I know.
Days We Left Behind. Yeah. That's what I think. I don't mean to be morbid about it, but I think that's a very touching coda or swan song. You know, hopefully that day won't be here for quite some time.
Yeah. I've been referring to it just as Dungeon Lane, but I can see that I'm getting so pally with it now. I'm just going to refer to it as, when I'm going to play it, I'm just going to say I'm going down the lane. That's it.
Well, hey, that's kind of like when Paul says speed of sound, right?
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Now Tony, if you are able to ask Paul a question, now I know it's got to be about his new album, right? But you could kind of maybe sneak in what's going on with the archive editions.
Yeah, that's not a bad question, really.
Yeah, no. I mean, you know, the Roundhouse is, it's quite a big venue, so you would probably need to be quite near the front.
Yep.
Yeah.
To get the opportunity to ask a question.
Do you think there'll be an opportunity for Q&A, Tone?
I don't know. I really hope there is, because I'd love to. Well, firstly, I'd love to ask a question, but I'd be interested to hear what other people ask, and I'd like to see him. You know, because he's had the sort of this set patter. For this album, we kind of know all the stories about all the songs that he spoke about, because he's repeated every time he's done any promo for it. So I'd like to see him answering an off the cuff question about this album. So that would be good.
Unrelated, some of the promotional stuff that he's done for this has been, like you said, the stories have been the same, but the one interview that has been so fun to watch is that chicken shop date. That was
really good.
She was really cool, wasn't she? I don't know her.
Amelia something, because that was such a great deadpan, it wasn't just a routine interview. That was such a good, fun interview.
And was he eating chicken though? Was he eating chicken? Or was he
it was vegan nuggets he had.
No, but in a recent interview with Paul, he was saying that if he likes the person interviewing him, it's a good interview. And he really liked her.
Yes.
and
Yeah.
they just connect.
Oh, that was great.
And she wasn't in awe of him at all.
No.
Was she? You know, she was very brave. She gave him a bit of cheek and everything. But talking about that, the thing at the Roundhouse, Dino was telling me, you know, Dino V, he was telling me that there's a bit of a fans meetup at that shop, because it's about 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes from the Roundhouse. So might pop down there. It depends on when I get there, and or wasn't sure what I need to ask him whether it's before the show or after the show, because obviously before the show you want to get in a queue because it's general admission, so you sit you know where you are in the queue, you're going to run down the front and you know get near the front. You know.
You're going to have to stop signing autographs, Tone.
Oh no, it's always an issue.
And I do think that Paul's been better recently with interviews. Like he's more himself, I guess, not trying to whatever.
I've seen a lot of good ones. I just watched I think the NEMS with a young woman in there. NEMS, NEMS, it said.
New Musical Express.
Oh, it's the New Musical Express. Okay, sorry. No, it wasn't Brian Epstein's place. But the thing is, and he looks so good in a lot of these, Paul, and he sounds so good in a lot of these too. And they're very interesting. It's good to see him like this.
Yeah, it is.
Do we know why Paul didn't use his current band on the album? Because he can play everything.
Yeah.
He can't play everything when he's in a live concert, right?
Yeah. Well, I like it now. At first I was thinking, oh no, I said, I hope it's not going to be like McCartney 4. You know, we have 3 already, you know. And then I'm thinking, in retrospect, I'm glad that it's such a personal thing about him, his life, and where he's been at, past and present, all the whole thing. I like that it's him a lot of Paul, not a lot of other studio musicians too.
That was a great point, actually, Buddy. He's backing vocals on this. They're really inventive, and there's lots of them. I can't remember the last album where he did so much backing. Really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was funny.
Tony.
Hi, Tony.
Hey, Tony. You've changed your handle.
What time are you going to start queuing up?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't really considered it yet, because I'm not sure whether we're going to try and get a ticket for the missus as well, or whether I'm just going to go. I don't know, but I think the doors open at 6:30, don't they?
Tony, one thing: don't wear your Johnny Cash T-shirt with the finger.
No, okay. I'll try and remember that. Okay.
Guys, it's a masterpiece album.
I'm starting to use that word too. But, people say, look, some people say they're tired of hearing people always qualify it by saying, for Paul in his 80s, this is a great album, or for an 80-something-year-old. But that to me, that does figure in somewhat to how great this is and why at this stage of his life, it's such a masterpiece. I think Rolling Stone said, I'm paraphrasing, they thought it was kind of like a late career masterpiece, or like something else like added to it. I wouldn't say it's his best album of all time, but I'd say it's one of the masterpieces.
I think
for its era.
Agreed. Yeah, I agree with that, Joe. I mean, it's
20 years, less 20-something years, maybe 20.
Yeah.
I think we need to live with it for a little bit longer, or quite a bit longer, because I think we're buoyant, we're excited, we're really pleased that it's a really good album, and I think I don't have any problem saying that this is probably top 10 in his albums, but where it comes in that top 10, I'm not
sure.
I figured that out recently. If you want to,
Go ahead, Joe.
Well, how I feel again now, you know what I mean? I may feel differently a year or 5 years from now, but I was trying to do this, and seriously. So what I did was, I think I counted 28 albums by Paul. His whole solo career. Maybe I'm not counting like live albums or classical. Anyway, the regular studio album, so to speak. Anyway, I had 10, strangely enough, 10 that I thought were the best. Then I had 10, ironically, that were middle tier, pretty good. And then I had 8 that I put in the bottom. Long story short, when I did this, I found that I put Dungeon Lane in the top 10. And, like you're saying, where it goes in that top 10, I don't know. But just trying it half-assed for now, I came up with like 7 out of the top 10 for number 7 for me right now, this day.
Yeah. Anybody know why Abe wasn't drumming?
Family something?
Yeah. He had somebody in his family was not well. I think that was what we heard.
Yeah, we know it wasn't. He didn't have another booking or anything like that. Yeah. They said that Chad Smith was a last-minute replacement, so it was obviously something happened in his personal life, I guess. So what do you Tony? What do you do for music on the go? On your phone? Do you just stream on your phone, or how do you listen to music on the go? Hello, Mike.
Mike.
Who are you asking, Tony?
Tony.
Tony's asking. Okay.
Tony. He said I'm a vinyl collector. Okay. I'm really now.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, all.
Hi, Mike.
Does anyone here have the 4 postcard sheet? Oh my God, that was quick.
Yeah. Well, I saw the question was coming. We all have it, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
No, we didn't have it. That's from the listening party, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we didn't have those at our listening party. We did.
No.
We did have postcards, but they weren't all joined together and with a perforated line. We didn't have that. We had a different bag. Our bag was different. We had this bag.
So Joel is sending 2 sheets to me. I might send one to you, Tony, for $50.
That's all right.
Don't bother. I wouldn't throw the word masterpiece around, but it is a very emotionally, how do you say that word?
Resonant
piece of work, especially for a long time. I'll call it a masterpiece. I have no problem. Me
either. One of it is a masterpiece because it depends. I actually looked up the definition of masterpiece, and there were a few definitions, and it wasn't. I don't have it handy now, but it wasn't necessarily the best work. It could be the best or number one best, but it could be a significant work, in a person's artist's catalog.
Yeah. I like this. I think people miss the point of Down South. Back then, it would have just been the 2 of them, 2 guitars. Yeah. That's why it's more simple playing rock and roll. The song is bare and reflects that perfectly. So just keep that in mind next time you listen to the song.
I think we understand that.
Michael Jackson, Fleetwood Mac are in there.
Yeah.
Well, that's today's music.
And Billie Jean is number 3 in the UK charts, I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's buoyant because of the film, I suppose.
Yeah.
And I was seeing news articles about Taylor Swift praising Paul's new album. It's like, I don't care what she thinks.
As long as she's praising it, Paul's all right.
Oh, it's okay. Taylor. Hey, I think
I'm quite pleased that if she's telling all her millions of fans that Paul's album is great, then that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
It's classic.
It's a good thing. It's not a bad thing.
No, they're tight. Those 2, So
well, she's the biggest. Of course, he's tight with it.
Yeah.
There I go.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
She showed up to his after party after the show was there and at the Fonda, because I had some inside scoop of the people who were at that, and she was there. Paul had a party after the Fonda shows, and she was there along with lots of other celebrities. So they're buddies.
Which of the variants do you think will be the most collectible? I think the CD I have.
Beatly tone for that. Beatly tone for that answer because I think he knows it.
Yeah, what his thing is?
Well, I did a video the other day saying, "Is this the rarest one?" And I think it's this one, right? Which is was issued by Jacaranda Records in Liverpool. They're an independent record store above the Jacaranda Club in Liverpool, where the Beatles used to rehearse, and they released one on pink vinyl. Only 400 were pressed, and I don't know of any other variant that was pressed in smaller numbers. So I think that is going to be the rarest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Strong album.
Agree.
Yeah, I think so.
See, this is one thing. If we were doing a live chat on any of his previous albums, Egypt Station, New, by now there would have been a negative comment or two.
You're right, Larry.
Right?
No,
you're right.
Well, sure. Dave Pound's not here, though, is he?
Oh, no, he's not.
No,
because I think that the Egypt Station New argument, like there are some belters on all those.
Yeah,
right?
They're great. Yeah,
they're really good records, and I enjoy them. But I think Pound, right now, and we're only a week in, and I know what Tony says, that we're the buoyancy of the newness, and let's see where we're at in 6 months. But I don't think our opinions are going to be be swayed too much in 6 months or a year.
Yeah, I didn't have this much, whatever the word, nuance. What's the word again? For the other albums, Egypt Station and McCartney 3, I wasn't this blown away by them.
No, that's what I think it's quite easy to say at this stage. It's better than McCartney 3. It's better than Egypt Station. But is it when we look at the big hitters? The Flaming Pie,
right?
Chaos and Creation, Ram, Band on the Run, Tug of War, maybe Memory Almost Full,
Flowers.
Flowers. Is it better than those?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, but then the thing I say about that's a very good point, Tone, of course. But then I wonder about how much of those other albums it's so cemented and locked in for us.
Yeah.
A lot of times people rarely will say, "Oh, this new album by anybody." Like I said, Hackney Diamonds, might be my favorite Stones album of all. Oh, come on, Sticky Fingers, Some Girls,
Banquet.
I'm like, how could you say that? It's like it's not allowed almost, because it's later, so much later.
I think there's definitely a little bit of trepidation attached with going overboard with it at such an early stage. I mean, could it be better than Ram? I mean, Ram it's not a perfect album. Yeah. It's not a perfect album. There are a few tracks on there that are not that great. There's some absolute belters on there as well. But there's a few. Eat at Home is fairly ordinary. Smile Away is a bit of a throwaway.
I want to say Long Haired Lady's the only one for me that I'd say maybe, but I still think it's pretty. I love all the tracks pretty well on Ram personally.
Yeah,
but everybody's mileage.
There's nothing on this new album that's better than Backseat of My Car.
My co-host disagree. Yeah, my co-host disagrees. He thinks Mama Gets By is better than Backseat of My Car, which I disagree with. But I mean, he really loves the closing track. But Backseat of My Car, I mean, how do come on?
That is the definition of a masterpiece. Track.
And Backseat of My Car is not even near my favorite tracks on the album, although I do like it. On
the Backseat of My Car, for me, I feel is Paul's best song.
Oh wow!
It's my favorite song.
Yeah,
yeah.
Wow. Mine too.
Not me. I do like it.
Yeah, but there's always this difference between what's the best and what's your favorite.
True.
There's always that, isn't there?
Yeah. If they go together, when they come together, it's nice. If it best happens to be a favorite, that's even better. Well, let's talk about that. Yeah, to me, this exceeds Chaos and Creation in the backyard, and I like Chaos and Creation.
Agreed. And we did a nice presentation on that at last year's Chicago Fest, celebrating that album's 20th anniversary. And it's a masterpiece, but it's a very dark and different album and a personal album than this one.
Yeah, there isn't the joy in that album that is in this.
Right.
Spot on.
And can I give a comparison? Because I don't know if anybody's thought of this yet, or it's just me. But I was thinking about John Lennon's Plastic Ono Band album, and I used to say that I thought Chaos was as close as Paul comes to maybe that, like that style, seriousness.
I agree.
Then when John did Imagine, it still was a lot of that, but he used to say that's just Plastic Ono Band with chocolate on it,
syrup.
So I'm thinking this is like that a comparison. You got Chaos, and then you got This Is Chaos a little lighter. That's what I'm thinking.
Great analogy.
Good analogy, Joe. I agree with that.
That's great.
And it also has a Memory Almost Full feel to it, except for the production.
Oh well, yeah, the brick walling, right?
Well, yeah, there's so many you can pick up on other albums, styles and songs in this here and there, too.
Yeah, that Love album is awesome, Morris. I really like it.
It is. I love it as well.
Yeah.
I'm the only one that says no. There we go again. I hate being the only guy in naysayer.
What to love? The Love album.
Your Love album. Well, I mean, I respect it as a soundtrack to the show.
Yeah.
But I don't really listen to it like just on its own kind of thing. Like I don't like. I like it as a soundtrack, not change the songs too much. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't listen to it that often, but when I do listen to it, I love it because it's just a totally different way of hearing the songs, I think.
And Come Inside, as much as I love Come Inside, it is Everybody Out There. At least that middle part where he goes, I don't know the words exactly. Step right up and do this. That's there, but for the grace of God.
Yeah. Very similar. Very similar.
Now, We Too is my least favorite song on the album, but I still really, really like it. It's just that snare drum for me is so loud in the mix.
Yeah, I'm not keen on that either.
Yeah, Tony, I forget what you said. You as a drummer, you feel that the way about it?
Yeah, I said that in my review. He said that he really likes the snare drum sound on that track. But I don't like that fat sound. I like it to be more of a crack of a snare. So yeah, it's that kind of ELO drum sound a little bit. But and also I think that the toms sound a little bit flat, bit dead in that song as well. And I think it's to do with the way that they recorded it on the Studer 4 track using the 1-inch tape rather than
right.
That's how they get that kind of old sound.
Meaning that they just recorded it on 1-inch, like that is why it sounds that way. Tone. I don't really understand that.
I think that's what Paul said. I mean, I'm no engineer, and don't know about the I nearly said testicle then. The technical aspects of it, but that's what he said. That's how they get that sound, because it's the old 1-inch tape that Studer machine takes rather than the tape that they use now.
Let me put it this way: that sound can do my head in. That sound can lift my spirits. What a great song, Lost Horizon. Now, seriously, I love that so.
I love it more each time I hear it.
Lost Horizon, Tone.
Yeah, I really like it.
Yes.
It's just so uplifting. I think.
And that wonderful chorus, so if you want to call it, when it goes, I can't sing. Day breaks.
Yeah,
I love it. My girlfriend, that's her favorite. She'll be listening to this all the time in the car, and that's her favorite song on the album.
Let me ask you a question: Are you going to go reach for the album and just go put that song on?
I've done it already. I sure have.
By itself, or
yes, it's certainly not going to be Salesman Saint. It's going to be Lost Horizon. Don't get me wrong. I've come to really appreciate Salesman Saint. I'm just saying, most of the time I'd want to hear a poppy song like that over something serious or.
Do you find something? I think this is more about the sequencing, that the more serious songs are towards the end of the album, like Salesman Saint and Mama Gets By. They're very, very strategically sequenced on the record.
Yes. I think so. And I'm not, again, I like every song on it, so I can't say. And I generally love the sequencing, but for me, the fact that that's done, I would rather them be scattered a little bit more. But hey, I'm not going to argue with it about that. It's overall a fine album. So
strong ending.
Yeah. Mom That Gets By. It took me a minute to really appreciate that song.
Yeah, me too.
Being honest, I'm still kind of processing it and listening to it and kind of getting. I know it's the big emotional number on the album, but the other 13 tracks, 11, 12 tracks are so enjoyable that I almost have to just listen to that song exclusively on its own just for like a week to really appreciate everything that's going on in that song.
My brother texted me last night saying he was blown away by the album. It's without question in my top 5 Macca albums.
Wow.
And I'm going to have to get the physical sign. I said before I order the sign, I know everybody has, I said, I'm going to see if I really like the album a lot. Then I'll put it, yep, I like it enough to have the sign up.
Yeah.
Yeah, put it right above. You put it right above to your top left shoulder there, Joe. Clear that stuff off your top shelf and put it right there.
Yes, exactly.
Make a bit of space for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's time for me to change posters and things, but that Ringo face is so cool on Blast from Your Past. I don't want to change.
So Dinner with Greedo, Paul from Dinner with Greedo, he ordered the sign right at the beginning when it was first announced, and it was actually on the website for £25, I think he said originally, which was a mistake.
Yeah,
and then they corrected it, and it's been £45.
45 or 50?
I think it's $50, but £45.
Oh, all right. I thought it was 50.
Yeah. So so he got it for a bargain.
Come on, 50 quid for a freaking street sign.
I know.
Give me a break. We can make one cheaper.
Now, Paul could drum for another band easily. Well, he drummed for the Beatles.
I love his drumming on Ripples on a Pond. I love the drum sound on that track.
Well, he's competent, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think his drumming on this album is the best that I've ever heard him play drums.
Better than Band on the Run?
Yeah, I think so.
Best.
Yeah.
It's impressive. It's just impressive.
Yeah, I think his drumming is really good. Really inventive on this album. Yeah.
Have you ever cried over a Beatles song? Yes, I cried over "You Know My Name." Look up the number.
I have. But I mean, again, not depends on my mood. And she's leaving home. Sometimes.
Yeah, Free as a Bird. I mean, you take your pick.
Yeah.
Oh, and
now and then. Yeah.
For different reasons, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
But this is the power of pop music. This is the power of it.
Certainly is.
It makes you do things that you wouldn't normally do.
Now, I've cried to a lot of new country songs.
Yeah. I've cried to a lot of new top 40 songs. Oh, man.
I love Lost Horizon. I think it's a great second song.
Oh, and I love where it fits too. I think it's well placed on the album.
Yeah.
Please, no mention of Spies Like Us.
I love it.
That was one of the first duets Beatles, Tone, and I had when we met each other in the flesh. We sang it in the Cavern Pub.
Yeah, I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
Yeah, I like Spies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
And I didn't realize the first time I heard it, I didn't realize it was Giles.
Yeah.
Ooh, Lost Horizon and Salesman Saint.
Salesman Saint, I get, but I don't get Lost Horizon. Just eludes me.
Come back to Salesman Saint is a grower. It really is, especially when it's dun, 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 dun. It's good. It just takes a while.
Yeah, it's as you said it. I heard you say on one of your live, it was a live stream or video. You said it's not a toe tapper, and that's okay. I think you said that's not what it's supposed to be.
No.
And when you take it on its own merit, and it grows on you in the context of the album, it's kind of brilliant. I gotta say.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love where it fits too. I think it's well placed on the album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
as I said, it's like it's an exercise in semiotics to listen and hear and picture and visualize the scene that he's painting and creating in that song of 1940s, 50s, cat whisker, radio, and all that. You hear that when you hear that big brass on that song. You hear that's what you hear.
Yeah, because it's not supposed to be a song that you like. This with
right. Well, that's why probably one of my least favorites because of that, though. Although I do appreciate it.
Right.
So overall, what do you think of like the album cover and the whole package of this? I actually like the simplicity of it.
I agree with you, Larry. I mean, Paul has been very conscious to not put his face on album covers for the last 20 or so odd years. Like Driving Rain, I think was the last one.
Unless you count Kisses on the Bottom.
Proper studio albums. But I think somebody made a comment on our either a live stream or it was a two-leg show that if we had that album cover with the little picture of Paul dangling off the brick, if that had been on there, that would have been a nice touch for the cover. But
yeah. I've gotten used to it. I mean, at first I thought, it's kind of bland, come on. But now I like it. I'm used to it. I appreciate it now. But,
I think it's funny. It's funny. I think when he was being interviewed about the album or when is it coming out, and he says, "Well, it's been delayed because of the artwork." And then we see the album come out. What's the delay? It's probably the collage on the gatefold.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's probably what the delay was.
I like what you say about that little picture of Paul, like kind of hanging or whatever he was doing. That might have been a nice touch.
That could have been the one. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I've kind of got used to the cover now. I quite like it. I quite like its simplicity.
I am changing my. I'm sorry. Top 10. I just did a top 10. Top rankings. I had Home to Us number 2. I might go down a little bit now for me, but.
Home to Us has gotten more stronger since the album came out for me.
I mean, don't get me again. I love it. I love it.
Burnt toast, baby. Burnt toast.
And who was the one I was arguing with? The friendly argument, saying that that's a terrible line. Oh, what a terrible line! It's a fun line. It's supposed to.
It's a great line.
It's a brilliant line.
I know. Tone loves it.
Tone makes me laugh, man. That was the first one to talk about it.
Yeah. I just love that. I love that line. The two lines together, actually. But that line is such a great conclusion to that couplet. The lady on the hill.
The lady on the hill.
Drinking brandy, eating caviar, perfect hose. My mum's in the kitchen comes at the sink washing dishes, and she burned the toast.
It's reality.
It's just fabulous.
The video that was released on Paul's YouTube channel of him kind of mouthing the words to that song at the LA party is absolutely brilliant. Yeah. And you watch that, and that doesn't bring a smile to your face.
Yes, it did.
He's like mouthing the words and pointing. Like that is just pure joy.
It's also Ringo's personality, right? Isn't it? That he gets that line,
Yes.
Ringo gets the toast.
It's absolutely perfect for Ringo to sing that line. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. It's brilliant.
And
it wouldn't have been so. I don't want to say funny as if it's a joke line, because it's a true thing. But Ringo just plays that line brilliantly, and
I think it is
perfect for his personality. He's kind of deadpan thing.
And overall, the lyrics are very good on this album. Paul is kind of weak. That's the one thing about his whole solo career. Doesn't always work on his lyrics, right?
I'm afraid that at one point I was saying, the lyrics are a little weak, But then again, I was talking about individual songs, not the whole general thing overall.
The video just makes me smile. I could watch it 1,000 times. He does a little shimmy when he's talking about the burnt toast. God, it's brilliant. He's a gift. He is such a gift, man.
If you were making a ultimate 70s band and you chose McCartney to be in it, where would you place him in the band? And he can't double up, only singing, only bass, drums. Will it be singing?
Bass.
I'd have him on bass.
Bass.
Yeah, he's such a brilliant bass player. And this, if you were making an ultimate set, you asked difficult questions.
Stop that.
Stop. Very difficult question.
If you're making the ultimate 70s band, you've got some great singers you could pick from. Roger Daltrey, Freddie Mercury, great singers. Great singers.
Paul stealing the sign.
Yeah.
That was so cute.
Mike, I've got the T-shirt on you sent me.
Oh. That's right, Mike. Oh,
we got a negative comment.
There's a negative comment.
It's a comment. Okay. Someone said it sounds like the prescription.
Yeah, and people are saying it sounds like a sitcom theme.
That's what it's supposed to be.
I've got no problem with it. I love it.
But it's also got that same relatability that Days We Left Behind, because we've all got a hometown and a memory. It might not be
all right now
just after the war.
We can talk about this if you like.
All right, I'm going to play mediator on this now between Tony and Joe. Okay. Tony feels Home to Us is very relatable. I agree with him. Joe does not feel that it's relatable because it's such a song unique to them growing up in post-war Liverpool. Go.
Well, I mean, some of it is actually, I want to clear it up a little, because I've had this reputation from this. Some of it is highly relatable, but I mean, I just think it is their experience and how they grew up. It's about them. It's about their experience in, we want to say, war-torn England and those days and what it was like for them in the old ruins, buildings and stuff like that. Whereas for me, I always say we weren't rich at all. We were not. We were middle class, and we never, it wasn't much. It says in the song. Well, we did have much, not rich. Just we had everything we wanted and needed, and that kind of thing. Like I just feel like I don't feel like I was in this down place that wasn't really the greatest, but it was home to me. It was a good place I was in. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know that isn't what I meant. Yeah. I mean, it's relatable in the same way as Days We Left Behind is relatable, because even though he's telling a specific story about specific memories in Days We Left Behind. What I was saying, we've all got those memories of the past, and I think it's the same for Home to Us. Even though we weren't, brought up in post-war Liverpool, where the place was falling down after the bombing, they were still rebuilding it at that point. Although that wasn't our childhood, what I mean is it's relatable in the fact that we have all got a hometown, and that it's relatable to it. Can make us think about, well, what are our memories of our hometown where we grew up, and the times that we grew up.
Well, in that regard, sure, but my lyrics would be a lot different. But yeah, I guess.
Cool.
Except for playing ball at night.
Right.
Yeah, everyone does.
Yeah,
that.
everybody.
We did burn toast occasionally.
Yeah, as James said, burning toast is an actual national sport in the UK.
But I love the song, and it gives me a great feeling. And I just love it. So I'm good. Yeah, I'm always surprised. I never thought Spies Like Us did that well. I hate to tell you already. They're saying, I know number. Before we get into people saying, well, numbers don't mean anything if you like it. We'd like Paul to have a number one, especially when an album deserves it, But I'm hearing that at this early stage in Billboard in the U.S., it's like going to be around 5, which to me, if that's the case, it would be disappointing for this album.
Yeah, is that what you're hearing, Joe?
That's what I've heard. That's what I read a few places. Sometimes they know in advance. They tell you it looks like where it's going to come, and I don't know. Less than number 2, I would.
Find out on Tuesday.
I'm glad it's number 1 here, but it doesn't really mean that much, because
as I say, it doesn't.
When legacy artists get to number 1 here, they may be selling 25 to 35,000 copies in a week. When someone like Taylor Swift gets to number 1 here, she's selling 250,000 copies.
Wow.
So it's it's a different ball game. And you know what? I just don't pay any attention to the charts anymore. I used to always, when you used to go into a record shop in the UK, I don't know if it was the same in the US and Canada, but when you went into a record shop, they would have the top 100 chart taped to the counter at the front of the, so you'd go in and you'd pick out your, what you wanted to buy maybe off of that list. Don't get any of that anymore. And I used to know, whatever was the number one single, used to know, the top 10 singles in the top of my head. Now I couldn't tell you a single other album that has been number one in the charts this year. I couldn't tell you.
Wait a minute, me either. But when we come to I'm not trying to say, of course, that's indication of whether an album's good or not, or exceptional or not. The most exceptional album could wind up being number 10 or number 3. But for bragging rights, and in the future when you'd have trivia content, trivia, and you want to know what full albums made number 1, I don't know, just to hang your hat on it. It's not the deciding factor, if God knows.
Yeah, he was already the number one artist for number one albums in the UK. He's had the most number one albums, both with the Beatles, with Wings, and solo. But this has added another one too. So he's gone.
Sorry, Tony, I would get excited. That's all. And I always think the person's kind of done. But the thing is, what matters to me is, again, let's just suppose, for argument's sake, some new person is number 1 in the U.S., right? Paul makes number 5, right? And they say, "Oh, I beat Paul McCartney." And I say, "Well, let's see you at 83 years old have a number 5 album."
Yeah.
Yeah. So it means a lot.
Yeah. Obviously, the US market is so much bigger than the UK market. Yeah.
And also, when you said earlier about how much you sell in the UK versus the US, it's still the same playing field. Like whether it's Taylor's, they all have to play on the same playing field. So whoever's number 1 in the UK still beat the others with the same playing.
Yeah. It's just a bigger gap, I suppose.
Yeah.
If Taylor Swift's got an album out and she's number 1, then it's probably a massive gap between her and the number 2 that week.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas when Paul's number 1, it's probably not that far from
much.
Whoever's number 2 or whatever.
No, it's not a fair test anymore, but everybody's going to play the same game, buddy.
BODL sound. I don't know what that means.
Boys of Dungeon
Lane.
I've just learned it. Sometimes they confuse me by putting a T at the front of it. The Boys.
Spotify.
To my ears, in the order that you've written it.
I've only tried the CDs, so I don't know. No.
Yo, Stud Muffin.
Yo, Stud Muffin.
Fancy trying your luck on the Beatle board. Oh, anytime.
Yeah.
Well, I did I thought that would be difficult at first. I saw it with Andrew Dixon there.
Oh, yeah.
Played, was it half a second of a Beatles song?
That's it.
Yeah, but it's the beginning. And sometimes you can get the title in it. Penny Lane. I'm like,
I know. 9 out of 10. Penny, 2 or 3 of them were easy.
Yeah, I guess as he said in the video, you're running out of songs to pick, so that's why he played.
Try to see. I think you got a 35, my friend.
when we do this, when we put this quiz together, we have that. We realize that round is fairly easy for anyone that listens to the Beatles. It's fairly easy, and we kind of expect them to get 10 out of 10. Almost everyone has got 10 out of 10 on that round, but it gives them a good start to the quiz and gives them a bit of confidence.
And then you cripple us with the other
and then it gets a little bit
chronological
tricky.
order.
But anyone on the stream who hasn't seen our little quiz, the Beatle board, please watch
hardest Beatles trivia game show in the history of all trivia shows.
So Tony, what is one question that you would say was really difficult? Maybe you could ask it here and see if I can answer it.
Well, I think the I think probably the hardest round. The hardest round I think is we do a round called the line before, where we give you a line of the lyric of a Beatles song, and you have to say the line that comes before it. If it's the line after, it's much easier because
so difficult.
The brain is programmed to work in reverse. So to get the line before is much more difficult. And I think that's quite tricky.
Yeah,
the line before, and then the damn chronology, because you guys pull out trivia questions out of your ass, like who played bass on George Harrison's whatever track, and Jesus Christ.
Willie Weeks.
At least,
Just go with Willie Weeks.
At least with the chronological ones, you can have a guess at it. You can have a guess at it, or you can, when we had Ross on it, Ross Goodall, who's a young fella, 27. He worked it through. He sat there and he worked it, and we give you as much time as you want to try and work it out. And he worked it through. Now he's going, this is, you could see him doing it. He's going, this one that was definitely before that, and that one was definitely before that, and he got it. He got. There's 8 points.
The one this past week from episode 9, where you had to figure out, when did they paint over, the Apple Boutique and make it all right? Jesus, that was tough.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a tough one. That.
Yeah. What is everyone's favorite song on the Boys of Dungeon Lane? Mine is still "Days We Left Behind."
Mine too. "Days We Left Behind."
Mine at the moment is "Never Know."
Same. Same. Never know.
Second favorite now is "Lost Horizon."
Now it's getting tricky. If you go second favorite, I think I'm kind of with it between "Mama Gets By" and "As You Lie There." Two completely different.
With "Never Know." Never Know.
Second favorite.
You guys are killing it. Thank you.
Days We Left Behind is so hard to choose.
Thanks, buddy.
So I think it's time for everybody to tell us about your YouTube channels. Beatly Tone's Beatles channel. That's so easy for me to say, Tony. I struggled with it for years, but I finally can say
Well
it.
done.
So tell us about your channel.
Okay. Well, if you don't know me, I've got a channel called Beatly Tone's Beatles channel. I kind of cover absolutely everything. I do a lot of news stuff, try and get news stories out quickly, do reviews and, of albums, rankings, all the usual stuff, and some, debate stuff. I also do a show with my mate, Paul, from Dinner with Greedo, called The Beatle Board, that we've just been talking about, which is kind of a comedy quiz show thing where we have a different contestant on for each episode, and it's not just YouTubers, it can be viewers can apply to go on the show and that. And I also do a show with the man sitting to the side of me here, and Andy Nichols and our friend Kyle Hand. We do a generational podcast called Hands Across the Water, which we love doing, and where we've got this situation where I'm in my 60s, Andy's in his 40s, Kyle's in his 20s, so we've got a generational take on the same subject, which can be quite interesting and quite challenging sometimes. That's me.
Andy, tell us about your channel, Two Legs, the Paul McCartney podcast.
Yeah, well, that's as Tony already mentioned, I've got 3, but the one that I'm most known for is being a co-host of Two Legs, a Paul McCartney podcast, which I have been a co-host with my partner Tom Hunyadi since 2019, and we just posted our 300th episode on our channel, which was a review, and it was really great to do that with him. And we've done so much over the years on Two Legs, whether it was ranking the tracks back in the day, deep dives on albums, interviews with McCartney authors, the McCartney legacy guys, Alan Cozen, Adrian Sinclair. We have covered everything when it comes to Paul McCartney solo on Two Legs. And over the last year or so, I have done more stuff on my own channel under my own umbrella, which is The Backwards Traveler, which is just me on YouTube, where I mainly I collab with Joe and Tony and things like that. And I've actually got a nice a video that I'm going to be recording later today with James Liverani, who is a New York City-based McCartney scholar, and we're going to kind of do a track-by-track review with him performing some of the tracks on guitar and kind of explaining chord sequences and structure on the album itself. So that's going to be on my own channel later this week. So that's where you can find me. Thanks, Larry.
That's going to be a must watch. That sounds brilliant. I'm looking forward to that.
Thank you.
Joel, I'm sorry, but we've run out of time.
Okay, right. My ass. No, seriously. All right. My main channel is called Mean Mr. Mayo, which is basically because I was looking for a title like something Beatles related. So I came up with Mean Mr. Mustard and just added mayonnaise. So you got Mean Mr. Mayo. And that's, what you'd expect. Beatles news, and talking about different, albums, releases, all kinds of everything you'd expect. Live streams, by the way, if anybody's interested, I'm doing a live stream today at 4:30 Eastern time, and anybody here if you're free, no obligation, you just say you're busy and you can pop in. We're probably going to be doing a lot of Dungeon Lane stuff again. So I do live streams, and yeah, check out Mean Mr. Mayo. And quickly, I got 2 other channels. One of them is Mr. Cinemayo. Put the word cinema.
That's such a great name.
Way too much mayo.
That is a brilliant name.
Way too much mayo, Larry. Yeah.
Cinemayo, because you want the brand Cinemayo, and that's movies. Talk about movies, television, and all that kind of stuff. And lastly, I have a different channel where called Mayo Loves Mondays. And the reason I call it Mayo Loves Mondays is because I'm retired and talk about retired life, but you don't have to be retired to watch it, because I also talk about all kinds of problems, things that will drive you crazy, rant videos when things get under your skin and you just want to let off some steam. So the rants are all over there. The rants used to be at Mean Mr. Mayo. The rants are now all going to go over to Mayo Loves Mondays. Best day of the week. Because there's no crowds.
Oh, the retired life king.
Yeah.
I'm telling that to Bob Geldof. It's the best day of the week.
Yeah, Mayo's my real name. Yep. It is now.
Thank you, Morris.
Thank you, Morris. Chris on the keys.
Yep.
Good handle.
Mountaintop is so awesome.
Oh, I like Mountaintop too. Oh. Yeah. I of course I love that As You Lie There.
Yep.
Yeah, it does. It keeps changing. Tomorrow it could be a different song. Never know. Sequencing, brilliant.
Home to us.
Yeah.
YouTube channel, Chris on the Keys. Wait a second. Beatly Tone's channel has no ads, which is killer.
None.
Well, look, I got to make a
because YouTube even sticks. I'm not saying you Tone, but sometimes YouTube even sticks them on the beginning.
Oh yeah, no, they do that, but I don't have a mid roll. Where you can choose to have them or not have them mid roll.
I know you're a millionaire. Come on, I know.
Yeah, that's because you're a millionaire, Tony.
No, it's not. It's just that it's all about. It's about. For me, because I watch I probably watch more YouTube videos on the TV.
Oh,
when
yeah.
When you watch it on the TV, the ad breaks are like 50 or 60 seconds.
Right.
It really pisses me off. It really pisses me off. So
that's why
I just want to improve the viewer experience.
That's very nice of you. Very nice of you.
It is. Or you could be like Kyle, who just says, you know what, I'm going to have YouTube Premium so I don't have to deal with ads.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is really that's not fair to people.
Yeah, that's expensive, though, isn't it?
It is. Yes. Bored.
Thank you, Lynn.
Yeah.
And I'm saying thank you on behalf of Paul as well. You should. We've got 9 episodes now.
Yes, I'm getting ads popping up here. Why is it? Because I love money. But I have it on the lowest setting. I do, even for my YouTube, I take ads away because YouTube automatically places ads. And
yes,
I don't have that many ads in my videos, but I am retired and I do need extra income. So there are some ads.
Well, that's one thing I'll definitely go along with Tone about is sometimes if you're not careful, if you're watching a live, like what we did here, 90 minutes or more, automatically, a lot of times YouTube every 4 minutes or something will put ads in every 4 minutes.
Yeah.
you can opt to take them out or put like I do. If I'm doing a 2-hour show, I'll put maybe 2 in out of 2 hours because everything's got commercials, television, everything.
Adverts.
That might be true, Tony. He might be the trivia czar, but he hasn't applied to go on the Beatle board yet.
He is not.
I can name my least favorite, but it's not. People aren't going to like it. My least favorite is I love all the Beatles. I do.
Yeah.
These days it's George, and I don't mean musically at all. I just mean a little too much of a grump about the Beatles lately. I'm feeling when I think of George.
It's not possible.
Nobody else willing to do it. Okay, I figure that's why you watch my channel, folks.
My least favorite is Ringo. Okay, Joe?
I thought you liked Ringo the best.
No, I do. I love Ringo and his drumming and everything.
And everybody wants to. Everybody's a Ringo. I know.
Tony's music channel. I make new videos every week.
There you go.
Tony D. Macca fan.
Tony D, a longtime supporter of ours.
I'm subscribed to that channel.
The Beatle Board is the best game show on YouTube. Come on, BBC, pick it up.
Thanks, Mike. we even one of our contestants actually works for the BBC, and we're still not on the BBC yet.
Oh, yet.
Morris, click on my profile picture to find my channel. I have a wide variety of content. Please and thank you. Morris, you rock. My least favorite Beatle is Pete Best. Poor Pete.
That's an easy answer, right?
Yeah.
Safe answer. I mean, I'd pick Stu.
Oh, that's not fair.
That's my missus. It's Mrs. Beatley Tone.
Mrs. Beatley Tone.
Hello.
Thank you.
Hi, Kim. Hi, Tony.
Where's all these comments? I don't see these comments.
Thank you, Mike.
Okay, I'll show them up here then.
Thank
No,
you.
I don't know why mine's not updating. Why is that?
Andy, as always, your shows are worth their weight in gold. Hands Across the Water is a really cool concept.
Thank you, Mike. That's been a joy to start that
Where's
show.
Mike's compliment to me? I missed it. There was one up there, but I didn't
it's
see
there.
it.
It's there. I see it.
Yeah, I don't see it on the screen where everybody else can see it. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it, Mike. Thank you.
You got a compliment, Joe?
Yeah. At 1:26 p.m.
126.
I'm also very modest, by the way. Very modest.
I'll find it.
It's not that important. I don't know why mine's not updating. The last one I have. Why am I not seeing any of these? Oh, there it is. Now I'm seeing some. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I don't know if that's a good thing. One of a kind.
Is Mayo his real
Yeah. Absolutely. Take your chances.
Mayonnaise is his actual full name.
Yeah. That's why, I kind of I don't want to use mayonnaise because it's embarrassing.
All right. Hope I'm not missing anybody here. Okay. As Beatley Tone and Mr. Mayo have any Beatles records that Pete Best played on? Yep.
Yeah. He's on Anthology 1 for a start.
Yes, he is.
And I've got some of the early stuff that they recorded in Germany.
The
Polydor
recordings.
Yeah. The Decca Audition album. The complete set.
I wish they would, if they could release the Decca edition, those recordings, fix them up, and release them as an official Beatles album.
That would be, it would be anticlimactic, but I would welcome it.
Yeah.
Oh, the new Beatles movies. I don't have much opinion on that because they're not out yet.
Yeah.
And I really tire it. No offense to you, but when I hear people talk about it, I'm like, well, it's not out. Let's wait.
Yeah.
It's Stephen Schnee. Is this where I place my order? Yes. Send me the money. Like the Big Mac combo with Diet Coke.
Hi, Steve. We had Steve on Two Legs back in the day.
Hi, Steve. I'll say hi again, Steve. I don't see you that often around. Come on, man.
Yeah, come on, Steve. He's shy.
No.
Oh, shouldn't retire.
I won't say retire, but this album would be so nice if a strong album like this to be his last. But
He's probably thinking, "Oh yeah, I'd really love to retire. What am I going to do with my retirement? I know I'll have loads of time to make music."
yeah, exactly.
What's your favorite archive collection box set? I love the giant flaming pie set. My favorite that I have is Ram.
I think Ram. Sorry.
Big barn box.
I second that emotion.
I think I'd go for the big barn box if they could take Red Rose Speedway out of it.
No.
I'm just having fun with you, Andy.
I know.
Flowers in the Dirt's missing too many special tracks it could have. Still has good stuff in it. I can't even.
A moment of silence. Let's be quiet for a minute. Oh, new comments. Okay. Beatles played in the cellar, and now Paul has a dungeon album. Will there be an attic or basement to follow?
Basement tapes, you mean?
Yeah.
I am sorry though that I passed up on the big box. Honestly, I at the time I didn't get the big box.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, Ram is a good one. It is a good one.
Yeah.
They're very variable, aren't they? The archive collection, but I think that that if you take the albums out of the box, I think Wildlife, Red Rose Speedway, Ram, Flowers, and Flaming Pie are probably the best ones. Wings
Over America.
Wings Over America is some whopper too.
Yeah,
but they're not making, especially with the Beatles box sets, they're not making them consistently the same. It's like I wish like Jethro Tull is excellent for what they've done with their discography. All of the box sets are the same with loads of stuff in them.
John Lennon the same.
Yeah, very consistent.
And what, the Beatles sets are the ones that are really like outlandishly different.
Like Abbey Road was in a way kind of disappointing.
Yes,
it didn't need to be remixed.
You're right. I mean, Larry, and I think Tony would agree, and Joe, is like, how much better sonically can that album be? I mean, I think out of the Beatles box sets, that was probably one of the more, I don't want to say disappointing. There just wasn't. There was the outtakes were nice, but
true.
Couldn't be improved. I mean, it was a great recording in 1969.
Yes, it was. It needed it the least, I think. But I did like "Oh Darling" stood out to me more. I remember hearing those, what you might call those so-called doo-woppy harmonies in there. I thought they sounded really better than I'd ever heard them in that.
Yeah. The highlight of the Abbey Road thing for me, I think, was she came in through the bathroom window, take 37. That outtake is fantastic. A really, really good outtake. I don't know how that didn't make Anthology in the first time round.
Right.
And
they stuck it on Anthology 4, but
right.
Yeah.
And nothing beats the outtakes on the White Album. Just so
much. That's really, I think, is the best one with all the outtakes. You're right. And
definitely. Yeah.
That long version of Revolution where they start singing, they start doing Love Me Do again. That was just fantastic.
The White Album box is just
the best.
Amazing. Yeah.
Do you remember the birth of the Beatles film?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. I saw that one. Well, wait a minute. In the States, it premiered as a TV special, but wasn't that in the theater? I thought in England, or at least at some point it was.
I don't know. I only ever remember it being on the telly, and it was around the late 70s, which I think is when the film came out. So I'm not sure if it ever got a cinema release, but I just remember it. This won't mean much to you, but any Brits that are on this stream,
I tell you, I mean, I didn't think much of it at the time, actually, but maybe I get a kick out of it now. I'm a patient man, Brian, but I'm slowly losing my patience with you.
Yeah. It had the bloke who plays Nick Cotton on EastEnders as George Harrison.
EastEnders. I haven't heard that show in a long time. Wow.
Yeah.
Taking me back now, Tone.
Mm.
Does anybody like James McCartney's Beautiful Nothing?
Never heard it.
Not really into the kids' music.
No, no me.
Other than Julian.
Yeah, Julian, I like into. I have to hear more Sean because my nephew turned me on to some. Oh, by the way, I'll talk to you off the camera about that. It's a race, you and I, Larry. It's a race.
What's that?
Sean. Sean Lennon. I saw you did a review.
I like the Claypool. Is that the Claypool stuff? A lot of people like that. Is it good?
I love it. I'm into prog rock like you are, right?
Right.
And if you like prog rock, highly recommend it. And Sean actually thanked me. I gave the album a 10 out of 10, and Sean actually said, "Thanks, Larry." And he was really impressed. I don't know why he was. I love the album.
Yeah, I gotta give it a shot.
And Sean's been so good to all of us, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes. He is. It's I love that he does dabble in all different genres of music, and I will give it a listen. I do like my proggy rock, and then despite Tone, when you're over, we'll listen to it. How about that?
Yeah. Okay. If I have trouble sleeping, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you won't sleep. Ringo Starr is the only.
Yeah. Larry, Tony's coming over in a couple of weeks for our friend's wedding, and he's not. I'm going to play Yes, Close to the Edge, and all that good stuff for him, and Relayer, and Going for the One, and all that good stuff.
Yeah. Don't forget the ones that got the Buggles in the band.
Oh, Drama, great record, Drama.
Do you buy the Beatles box sets primarily for the remix, or I think mainly for the remix for all of them?
Mm.
And some of the outtakes, I'll listen to them once or maybe twice, and then I'm not really interested in replaying them.
Yeah.
I think it depends on the album for me, really. Abbey Road was more for the extras.
Yeah, I buy them mostly for the remix because the stereo, the original stereo albums are a bit weird where you've got the music on one side and the singing the other, the panning that they've got, and that's being corrected in the remixes, so we get a good stereo mix at long last. I don't know.
And the early ones are the ones we need.
But yeah,
do that with the 63 to 65 already.
At Beatles Fest in the 70s, they used to play this lengthy college film with loads of footage and pictures. Was this the original Long and Winding Road?
No, I know what you mean, and it was not that. No, I don't know if there's something called is it Braverman's Condensed Cream of Beatles? There was something called Condensed Cream of Beatles. You might be talking about that. But what the Long and Winding Road was a project they've been talking about for a long time. And in fact, John Lennon even mentions it on the Today Show, not to be confused with Tom Snyder's Tomorrow Show. On the Today Show, he says there's a film, The Long and Winding Road, and et cetera, that we will be like home movies of us all. And they were talking about this for a long time, and it did turn out to be anthology. Eventually, it turned out to be the anthology. And George reportedly didn't want to use the title The Long and Winding Road. That's what I've heard.
George always seemed to have a bit of a problem with Paul, didn't he?
Well, yeah.
But for a good reason sometimes, I admit. Right?
But, he didn't. That's what I've heard. I mean, I heard that's pretty common. Now, I don't think it's just a rumor that he didn't like the title. So they made anthology. Long and Winding Road would have been a good title,
Cheers, Mike.
Cheers. I'll steal your word. Cheers.
Has anybody pre-ordered the Rubber Soul box set yet?
Yeah.
5 copies.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. I still think we're going to get it, but it's got me wondering now.
I'm going to get Spy.
Gets high. Well, Guido gets high.
Mm. Huh?
Yeah.
No idea. We're waiting for the word.
I'd be very surprised if we don't. Some people, of course, are starting to suggest because they don't want to put out "Run for Your Life" again, which I don't think we're to that point yet. Yeah, I hope not.
We better not be.
Well, that was rude of Andy just to get up and leave.
Oh, here he is.
No, nature called.
Too much information.
Well,
Thank you for taking the mic off.
Yeah.
oh. Whoops.
The day that you play the Yes albums.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, we could play Bob Dylan instead. I know how much she likes that too. Listen to Bob for a whole
so
thing.
Tony, you're not a fan of prog rock?
No,
No.
not really. Not really.
Neither is Joe.
I suspect not, because again, these labels, this is punk, this is heavy metal, this is prog, this is they have like names for everything. This is new wave. It's like, I might like some of it. I know I don't like Yes, that much I know.
Oh man. 30 times in concert I've seen him.
Has anyone here been to Hamburg to follow in the footsteps of the Beatles?
I haven't even been in England to follow the footsteps.
Not yet.
No, I haven't been to Germany at all. I haven't been anywhere in Germany.
Yeah, that's a good question. Is that going to come, you think?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It's just not matched the anniversary date like the others have roughly.
Mostly, yeah.
I think it will come out probably later in the year.
Well, we're almost up to 2 hours. So
2
let's
hours.
do this for another 10 and then we'll be done.
All right.
The best way to get more comments on a live stream is saying, right, I think it's about time to wrap it up.
And time for us to leave. Thank you, Morris.
Thank you.
Thank you, Morris.
Thank you.
Great stream, fellas. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks
Great.
everybody for all the comments.
Lots of fun.
And there was only one mini little negative comment about one song.
Yeah.
It's
In 2
amazing.
hours.
It is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Real quick, I just wanted to make a comment about the postcards here. I just realized now that you've got different lyrics on the back of each one of these photos. So the first one of Paul is Days We Left Behind. The second one is Down South, which I guess that's him and George, I guess. I can't
Yeah,
really
that's
tell.
George. Yep.
Yeah, that's him.
This one is Home to Us with him hanging on the building. Has lyrics to Home to, and then the last one is Lost Horizon.
Mhm.
So
Do we know what that building is?
this one here,
The one that he's hanging off.
probably something in the city center. I'm sure. I think it's that big one in the city center, near the town hall. I don't know if you've remember it, Tony,
Yeah.
in Liverpool. I think it might be that building. It's with the big statue. There's a big statue on top of that,
What, near the Liver building? Is it that round there?
up the street from the Liver building.
Oh, okay.
It's like you go around a big roundabout, and there's a big statue in the middle. And I think that is that statue, but I don't know for sure. But it looks that would have been a cool addition to the cover, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just got this one that at our listening party, just that one, which is
Well, that's my favorite one.
Days We Left Behind.
So
lyrics.
that's the original Paul McCartney.
The real one, yeah.
Yeah, if you get to ask him a question, Tone, don't ask him what was with that Paul is dead thing.
Oh, geez.
I'll never forget. There was some kind of thing. I don't know when it was, in the 90s, I think, where they had a ask Paul whatever question you want contest, and you send in one question, and then the winner gets his question read, and the question was that. Are you really dead? Or what was that really all about? That whole thing, I mean, that's the question.
I still get idiots that are serious.
Yeah, they're serious. They're not kidding.
Being replaced and everything.
Yeah. I just delete those. I can't even be bothered to ask.
This is the fun you have to do when you have a channel.
They're clearly mental.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Buddy Rowe.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, well. So thank you, Joe. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Tony. It's been fun. I'll make sure to have links for all of your channels in the pinned comment below after I'm done this. Any final words, Joe? Now you gotta, like, compliments is what I'm actually fishing for.
Compliments. Well, this is the place of what's high entertainment. Oh, I forgot the classic line.
High quality entertainment.
High quality entertainment.
High quality entertainment.
It certainly has been today, anyway.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Today, 4 times the quality. But anyway, no. Just if you haven't listened to the album yet, it's really good. But it really benefits from more than one listen. Just give it a chance.
Repeated listens.
Yeah. Just keep enjoying the music, and keep on keeping on. It's a beautiful record, and it's a great time to be a Paul McCartney fan and supporter, because he just is the gift that keeps on giving, whether it's films, music, or anything. It's never enough, and we're blessed to be here at the same time, and as this guy is giving us such great music.
It is amazing with all the billions of years.
That's just what I was going to say. I was just going to say thanks for inviting me on, Larry.
And thank you. Yeah.
And I love doing this sort of stuff with you, all three of you. So it's great to have done that. And I was just going to say exactly the same thing. How lucky are we to have been born at the same, during Paul McCartney's lifetime, and have all this music, and still getting it. It's just,
it's really something.
Just.
And
luck of the draw, really.
Once again, the nicest thing,
in the 18th century or something,
Oh God!
And once again, the nicest thing about all of this is there's so much positivity in the air about this album, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's really nice to see.
Amazing amount of positivity.
Okay, so thanks everybody.
Thanks, Larry.
Thank you, Larry.
Bye.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
See you, everyone.